Hey everyone, how are you? It is Ping here for Nights with Ping, coming to you live from Melbourne, Australia. Very windy Melbourne today. Not as hot as yesterday, very, very windy. How is everyone in the chat? I see my friend Little Dove was here. Let me put this on the screen. Little Dove says, "Hi Ping, it's been a while. I just haven't felt well. The other night I fell, smacked the left side of my face and head on the kitchen wall. Been hurt from that. Hope all is well with you. I'm resting and watching you." Hey, little Dub, it is great to see you. I hope you are recovering. That sounds very, sounds like almost like you're doing gymnastics in the kitchen. Maybe next time you can find a bigger place to do some backflips in your kitchen. How is everyone? Hello, Nancy S. How are you? Lynn D is here. Little Dove, yes. Joy to the Woos is here. How are you? Marilyn Landis and DJ. Hey, DJ, good to see you. Who else is here? Yep, another Maria is here. Diane Marie as well. Hey, Diane Marie. I'm just trying to see if we've got anyone else before we get started. No, that's it for tonight. We've got a small crowd. That's okay. We will get there. All right. Did I say hello to Moonlight View? I hope I did. Hey, hello, Moonlight View. How are you? Don't know what's going on with this chat on here. Our chat on the software is acting weird. It's not showing all the comments. That's okay. Hey, Shell Huffman. Good to see you as well. Shell is here. Good to see everyone. All right. Let's talk about this one. The other night we had a story about a football player who went missing before the big championship game. Well, there's been some updates. So we're going to talk to you about that, if this will behave. Look, I hate when it does this, see? Up and down, up and down. Stop it. Might have to get another link. Hold on. I don't like that one. That one is very annoying. Let's see if I get a different one. No, that's not a good one. Alright, we're just going to have to make do. Even though it's very annoying. Alright. Let's get the camera on. Hey guys, how's it going? I'm here. I promise I'm alive. Coming to you very much from, if you guys can hear the wind, it's going bonkers here. Anyways, it says the Georgia high school football player found dead the day before his team was due to play its first state championship in 25 years was found shot multiple times, his family has revealed. The body of Brandon Smith, 17, was found in a wooded area less than 1 mile from the local police station in Manchester on Saturday, 2 days after he failed to return home. That's what his grandparents told News 11, 11 Alive News. "I'm not going to rest until they catch the killer who killed my grandson," said his grandmother, Maxine Smith, who raised the teen since he was an infant. She said she first became concerned when the athlete, who dreamed of playing in the NFL, failed to return home Thursday night. She said she woke up Friday morning and I knew he was gone. So I'm up. I kept calling his cell phone, couldn't find him. So I called the school. Smith was reported missing shortly after, and on Saturday, Manchester High School football coach Stephen Holmes gave the bad news to his family. His body was found a day before his team played the Georgia 1A State Football Championship on Sunday. His team held up his number 52 jersey as they walked onto the field ahead of the game. Unfortunately, they lost by 1 point. Yeah, we checked out the score when it was on the other night. Unfortunately, they couldn't bring home the victory for their fallen teammate. I think that's a bit sad, but hey, that's what happens in sports sometimes. Manchester Police Grey Gouch said his department received a phone call from someone reporting what they believe to be a dead person behind a residence. He said, "My officers responded to the location to find a black male with no signs of life behind a residence in thick wooded area." He said because foul play is suspected, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation was called in and is taking the lead in the investigation. So far, no suspects have been arrested. Here's a photo of him doing some weights for his football training for the Blue Devils, his high school team. It's very sad. It says here his his game, all his teammates, football was everything, and he wanted to make it. His life was cut short. The teen never caused any problems before his killer took his dream from him, his grandfather told WTVM. There's another photo of him doing his weights. Following Brandon's death, Meriwether School Superintendent Robert Griffin and Manchester High School Principal Suze Neal wrote a letter to the community saying that they were heartbroken to hear the news of the tragic and untimely death of one of their student athletes. Manchester High School's celebration at playing the Georgia 1A State Football Championship has unfortunately turned into something none of us could have ever fathomed. There's a photo of them taking his jersey onto the field Monday night to play their championship game. Unfortunately, they did lose that game. You have to start asking questions as to who would want him dead and who would shoot him that many times. I don't understand to be riddled with bullets just ahead of your state football game. Is this some sort of revenge tactic? Is this some sort of high school, drama type thing where someone has gone too far? It's hard to know, but I hope they do find whoever killed Brandon Smith. I think, kids do some stupid stuff at that age, and this might be something along those lines. Blue Moon, hey, good to see you. Blue Moon is here. Hey, Blue Moon. Little Dove and Moonlight View. There's Moonlight View. It is a very sad story, unfortunately. I hate that we have to read about teenagers who look like they're on the path to doing something productive. It'll be interesting to find out if we can find out any more about, maybe who was he hanging around? Was there any threats against him? Maybe they beat a team and were a bit disrespectful, and maybe someone has taken offense to that and they've issued some sort of payback. Don't know. It's a weird day to go missing, though, right? He went missing on the Thursday night, and his grandma woke up on Friday morning and knew he wasn't there. That's a weird night. That'd be a school night, right? So they'd be due in school on Friday. I mean, it's a weird night to go out late at night and, not come home. So, especially if you're a student athlete, they've probably got training on a Friday in the morning. So to be out late at night, I wouldn't think that would be something they would normally do. I guess the police's next avenue is what drew him out on a school night, a late night, preparing for a championship game. What was so urgent and so important that it couldn't be dealt with later or during the daytime? It's I just think that's where they'll start. They'll start and find out what was so important, or phone records maybe in the area, something like that. Burnt Popcorn says, check out his love life. That is a good point. Check out any girls or any any burnt boys that maybe he was getting close to, a couple of girls that already had interested suitors and maybe they didn't take the news very well. Could be something like that. Moonlight View says, any thoughts? Sounds so brutal. I don't know. You wouldn't think so, being that he's a student athlete, but you don't know. It could have been something gang related that he really didn't have any involvement with. Maybe it could have been a gang that's in that area. Maybe he's not a part of it, but maybe they lost a lot of money on a high school game or something. Who knows? Jealousy could be. Maybe he was getting opportunities and to get out of the neighborhood, so to speak, and maybe someone is a bit jealous of that. but there's not a lot of information, unfortunately, on his death. I mean, it took 3 days for it to come out that he'd been shot, so that would have been, evident pretty quickly after they found him. I just have a quick look somewhere. Just wanna have a quick look about and see if the streets are talking. That's what the kids like to say. Let me just check something. Hmm, that's interesting. So apparently yesterday, if I can share this, let me just fix this. Okay, share this tab. Ap- This was a there's a bit of a video of them holding up his jumper or his jersey before the football game. There's not a lot of information, even on social media. I mean, I know a lot of the kids use TikTok and that type of thing, but not a lot of information on here even. I was hoping to see more about him, but I mean, other than that one thing, there's one lady on Twitter who wrote about him called Sherry Mayday, wrote about his death, and that's about it. I'm just trying to, yeah, that's it. There was a reporter, Jeff Santel, out of Georgia and UGA. He's a alum of Alabama.com. Apparently, he was writing about the tragic loss of DE Brandon Smith on the eve of the state championship. But there's really no people talking about it. Yeah, I just wanted to see if people were any rumors or was there some sort of underlying something that people on social media were talking about, but maybe the news weren't picking it up because it couldn't be confirmed. But really nothing. Really nothing. I'll keep an eye on it. If I find anything, I will let you know. Little Dove says, I'm surprised there is not more info. Seems weird to me. Yeah, especially for a kid that's so young and sort of prominent being on a state championship team. I know it's not the highest division in football, but it's still a pretty good one to make it to the championship. That it's not sort of all over the news. It's almost like it's just people don't care because, oh, he's just some kid, probably in gangs or something, and got shot. No one cares. But no, I care, and I want to know what happened to him and bring those people responsible for his death to justice. Marilyn Landis says maybe he knew too much about something. Maybe he knew. What could he know? I don't know. What could a high school student know about? I don't know. You guys might know more than me about it. I don't go to school over there, so my background knowledge on American high schools comes from the movies, and that's it. I don't actually know what happens day to day. You guys would have a better idea. Um, a coach, maybe? Maybe? Like, you think it's like a recruitment thing, or a recruitment issue? Maybe he burnt a recruiter? Now, I've heard that can be something. A lot of recruiters hand over money to very good students, and maybe he took too much money and then told the guy to, F off or something. Laura G says maybe he saw something he wasn't supposed to. Maybe. I think we got to look at like simple answers. That's where everything tends to lie with these type of crimes. What are the simple type of things? Could it be a love thing gone wrong? Is it something to do with money? Is it something to do with jealousy and that type of thing? Is it something you know, is it some sort of argument gone wrong between two groups of people? And I think you start there, and then if you can eliminate those things, then you go further. because then most murders and stuff are very simple. It's very simple things like jealousy or rage or, sex or money, that type of thing. So we'll see. I'll keep an eye on Brandon Smith's murder. That's what it is. It's a murder. He didn't shoot himself 10 times. So we will keep an eye on it. And hopefully, in the coming days and weeks, we will have more information. All right. No more Brandon Smith. Let's get to the next one. I have a missing girl. We're going to talk about her. Police are asking for help to locate a missing teen who may be in danger. I feel like anytime a teenager is missing, they may be in danger, but that's just me. It says here, search for missing teen in Baton Rouge, 15 years old, last seen December 10th. When was that? It was like a few days ago. On Sunday. So the 900 block of South 18th Street may be in danger. Call Crime Stoppers. And it says here, authorities are seeking the public's help to find a teen who may be in danger. Taliyah Jackson, 15, hasn't been seen since Sunday, December 10th on South 18th Street near South Boulevard, according to the Baton Rouge Police Department. Anytime Baton Rouge comes up, I instantly just get chills. If you have watched the documentary about the Baton Rouge serial killers, that area has had so many uh, murders and you know so many problems as well. Unfortunately, it's it's not a. I don't want to say it's not a great place because I think at its heart it is a great place. I think they just have a lot of challenges. It seems like a great community of the people who want to be there and want to make it great, but there's a lot of people who cause a lot of trouble too. So the fact that Taliyah Jackson is missing, if anyone knows her, we have people from all over the world tune into this channel. If you see her, there's a photo there. Uh, get in contact with Crime Stoppers on 344 STOP. So that's 7867. That's it. That's all the information I have on her. There isn't really anything else. It says updated 22 hours ago. And even when I search her name, there is not a lot. Might be able to find her social media. That's it. All right. Yeah, I'm just having a look at a different link for her. Yeah, as you can see, like, they're not giving us much. But I wanted to be able to blow up her photo a bit. There you go. You guys can see her photo. Let me see if you guys have any ideas. Candy Williams says, I thought chills just as you said it, Ping. Yeah. I've seen some really scary documentaries from Baton Rouge, right? There's that one, what's it called? Hold on. It's called Serial Killer Capital Baton Rouge. It was the series. How many episodes? 2 episodes. Very, very good. Very interesting documentary focusing on 2 different serial killers in Baton Rouge over a period of time. They were operating sort of in the same time period, and they actually caught one and thought they finished it. They're like, "Hey, we got the serial killer." And then bodies kept turning up, and they're like, why is their bodies still turning up?" They were freaked out, and they were like, "Well, I thought we got him." They were really confused, and then they figured out that there was a second serial killer. Marlene Clausen says, "Thank you, Pink, for mentioning all missing people in your lives. People of color are often overlooked or not get as much attention. I will put up anyone who is missing. I want everyone to come home to their families. I don't care if you're Black, Asian, uh, you know, Eskimo, or First Nation, or what is the other ones? I don't know. I don't care if you're octopus or whatever. Doesn't bother me as long as we can try help get you home. I will do whatever I can on my little channel. But, yeah, she looks like a great young lady. She is. I think it'd be nice to get her home for Christmas, only about a week away now, or 10 days away, so if we can do anything to try to get her home. If you live in Louisiana, I know we have people from Louisiana on this channel. Keep an eye out for her, please. Yeah, missing people, make me sad because, they're out there somewhere. All they gotta do is need a little help getting home. That's all it is. They just need a bit of help. We've gotta try to get to them before they die, or before it becomes too late. So we've gotta try to get to them early. That's why these appeals are such a big deal. Alright, so that's it for, Taliyah Jackson. If I get any more on her, I will bring it to you. It's in my Google alerts, so if we get more information about her, I will bring it. But that's all I have right now, so if you're in the area, keep an eye out for her. And then we're gonna talk about we're running through what? I don't know who that was. That was so weird. Might have been my neighbor. That was weird. Um, it says here, we all know who this is. This is Lucy Letby. It says convicted child serial killer Lucy Letby struck off nursing register. Well, you'd hope so after she was convicted of all those killings, but it says the Nursing and Midwifery Council finds her unfit to practice after she was sentenced for crimes committed at Chester Hospital. There's a very big photo of her face. And it says she has been stripped of her nursing credentials after a panel ordered she be struck off from the register at a Nursing and Midwifery Council hearing. Letby was sentenced in August to 14 whole life orders after being convicted of murdering 7 babies and trying to murder 6 others, with 2 attempts on 1 victim. The panel found she was unfit to practice nursing before it went on to make the striking off order, a move they had heard Letby does not resist. Well, I'm not 100% sure what she'd do with it anyway. What is she going to do? Do nursing in jail for the rest of her life? She's like, no, please, let me keep my credentials. I can do nursing in jail. I can be the resident nurse here. And when women have babies in my jail, I can look after them because they'll all trust me. They'll just trust me to touch their babies. I promise they will. I don't think so. I don't think it doesn't make any sense. I think this is more like a formality. It says here, her crimes took place in the Countess of Chester Hospital's neonatal unit between June 2015 and June 2016. Her story is so morbid and twists and turns, and there was doctors who stuck up for her, and they actually almost lost their careers because they had sort of went to bat for her with other head doctors and things like that. Like other people had concerns and they're like, no, no, I work with her all the time. She's great. She loves the babies. She's very careful. And but then babies kept dying, and they're like, the national average is like 1 or 2 babies die per year in these hospitals, and we've had like 6 in like a month, and they're just like, "That's not okay," and there's something going on, and it triggered a bunch of reviews. "Hey, that was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool trick, Muffin." I don't know if you guys saw that, but he jumped over the microphone. Hold on. Let me see what you guys are saying. Marlon Clausen said, "Would not need a death row with her." No, she could do it for the jail. You guys talked about it last night. Her case fascinating to me. Marlon Clausen says, "Please give our ping a like if you're also not subbed. Please do. Hello, replay crew." Yes, hello to the replay crew. Yeah, I reckon it is, especially when um you're preying on the hospital's probably most desperate people, which is parents of young babies who are scared to death anyway. You know what I mean? Like, they're already scared that their baby is sick, and then something goes wrong, and you got this woman saying everything's going to be all right, and then the baby crashes, and then they can't revive it, and it dies, and they're like, "What the hell went wrong?" And then you've got all these parents who have lost their babies, who maybe they never had another baby, or they couldn't have any more children, or maybe it was through IVF, and they spent all their money doing that just to have one miracle baby. And this woman took it in her own hands to play God, and she's taken away those lives and those chances at a happy family for those couples. It's very, very awful. She deserves everything and anything she gets thrown at her. I hope she never sees the light of day ever again, which I don't think she will, but she's just disgusting. Not even human. I don't know how you could inflict that type of pain, not just on the babies, but on the parents, and not be like just disgusted with yourself. It says here, he added that her actions were so serious that to allow her to continue practicing would pose an unacceptable risk to the public and would undermine public confidence in the profession. They were worried about that already. Apparently, when it came out that she had killed some babies and made others very sick, they were so scared that it would come out into the public domain, that they were like running cover up operations and trying to hush it up, because they were so scared that people would stop trusting the hospital system for their children. And I think the cat's out of the bag. I think people will be more cautious now, and they will be asking for more safeguards for their children in hospitals. And I think the hospital in the Chester Hospital, they already put in a bunch of different systems to stop this ever happening again. They have like double. You always have a second doctor with you, and when you're administering stuff, you have to get it signed off and stuff like that. So they have put more practices in place to stop babies ever getting murdered. Hopefully it works. It says here, they also imposed an interim suspension order against Letby for 18 months to cover a potential appeal period. So that's giving her time to appeal, but I don't think so. The decision follows submissions from Christopher Scott for the NMC, in which he said the NMC's position is that the registrant's convictions for murder and attempted murder are so serious, it is hard, perhaps unbearable, to conceive of a case that is more serious requiring striking off order. Yeah, they should just wipe her from history. They really should. Anyway, I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I just wanted to tell you that she can no longer legally practice anything ever. I mean, not that she's ever going to get out, right? Uh, I one day we might find out what went wrong in her head to hurt little children like that in her position of power as a nurse. I mean, I can't explain it. Maybe someone smarter than me that has a psychology degree can, but I don't know what it is. Maybe she just enjoyed the power trip of seeing the sick babies get sick and then trying to save them, a hero complex type thing. All right, there is some big news out of Australia. You might have seen a little bit of it on that page I was just on. Where can we get to it? Let's see. Oh, there we go. Catherine Folbig, jailed for 2 decades over the death of her 4 children, is acquitted. Yes, she was acquitted formally today. That is a great thing. This a woman who was jailed for 20 years, spent 20 years of her life because the authorities thought that she had deliberately killed her babies. And then a bunch of people came around in the last few years and put together evidence that they had a rare genetic conditions that actually caused their premature deaths. And yeah, very interesting case as well. It says here, after spending more than 2 decades in jail over the deaths of her 4 children, before being pardoned and freed, Kathleen Folbig has now been acquitted. The New South Wales Court of Criminal Appeal quashed her convictions on Thursday morning as applause filled the court. The 56-year-old was granted an unconditional pardon and released from jail in June after inquiry heard there were reasonable doubt about her guilt following new scientific discoveries. Yes, the science had sort of caught up and they were able to explain certain things they couldn't originally. It says here, in a final report released in November, Inquiry Commissioner Tom Bathurst, KC, found there was an indefinable cause for 3 of the deaths, and Folbig's relationship with her children did not support the case that she killed them. The report was sent to the appeal court. While the verdicts at trial were reasonably open on the evidence available, there is now reasonable doubt as to Miss Folbig's guilt. It is appropriate Miss Folbig's convictions be quashed. The appeal judges agreed with Mr. Bathurst's findings that the mother's diary's entries controversially used during her trial to help secure her convictions did not contain reliable admissions of guilt. Folbiggs consistently told police and a previous inquiry that the entries reflected her feelings of a failure as a mother after the deaths of her 3 children. She was convicted in 2003 and ordered to serve a minimum 25-year sentence for the suffocation murders of 3 of her children and manslaughter of a 4th. The children, Caleb, Patrick, Sarah, and Laura, died between 1989 and 1999 at ages ranging from 19 days to 18 months. There's a photo of the babies there. And, oh, there you go, sorry. And she says, I grieve for my children. I miss them and love them terribly, Folbig said in a video following her release in June. It says here, a rare genetic variation was a reasonably possible cause of Sarah and Laura's deaths, according to cardiology and genetic experts. Myocarditis, we all know what that is now. We all know what myocarditis, we all know what that is after COVID, after the COVID shots and all that. We all know what that is. Probably 20 years ago, hardly anyone would know what that was. People would have been like, what is that? But now, in the last few years, we all sort of know. It says here myocarditis, an inflammation of the heart, was another possible cause of Laura's death. Patrick may have died from a neurogenetic disorder, which could have also hospitalized him before his death, experts told the inquiry. Reasonable causes for the deaths undermine the tendency reasoning used to convict Folbiggs of Caleb's manslaughter. Folbig's lawyers have previously indicated the possibility of seeking compensation from the state. So she should. If they can prove all this and get all the scientific evidence, you basically put a woman away for 20 of her prime years of her life. There's a photo of her. She looks a little different now compared to earlier. Looks like she's had her hair done. Probably really look forward to that after being in prison. And yeah, if she can get a compensation review done, give her money and hope that somehow that is some sort of apology, I guess. I mean, it must be horrible to spend all those years in prison and know that you are innocent. That's okay. That's okay, Catatonic. How are you, my dear? All right, let's see. I read did I? I read the medical terms backwards. Let's see. Did I do that? Uh, with the neurogenetic disorder or the myocarditis? Probably. Uh, Oh, that is how everyone reads them. Ah, fair enough. Fair enough. Shoal Huffman says, I love science class with Ping. Yeah, we should do more science class. We had fun last night. I enjoyed talking about the tornadoes with you. Actually, we'll get off this in a second. I just wanted to show you that because that broke about an hour ago that she had finally been, basically that was her last legal hurdle before she could seek compensation. So now she's free to do that, and she's a 100% free woman. So if you ever followed Kathleen Folbig's case from the 90s, there it is, the ending. She's a free woman, and science has proven that she did not kill her babies. There you go. She's just a woman who had very unlucky, unlucky births to children who were very sick, and she was hamstrung and basically tied up and basically made a public spectacle because they thought she killed their children when it wasn't. She was depressed over her babies dying and her not knowing why. So, how horrible for her spending 20 years in prison for basically being emotional over the loss of her children. Uh, they used junk science to convict her, and yeah, horrible. Good luck to her. Good luck, Kathleen. I hope you can find some semi balance of life on the outside that finds you some sort of contentment. Right. Nanalana says, wow, this is unreal. The pain she went through. A lot, I'm guessing. I'm not sure. I think they also had, Marlene, I think they all had some sort of rare genetic, abnormalities. I don't think they explained the other two, did they, down here? Let's have a look. Sarah, Laura, Caleb, Patrick. That myocarditis was for Laura. Patrick may have died from a neurogenetic disorder. Doesn't say. Oh, and then a rare genetic variation was a reasonable cause of Sarah and Laura's death. They didn't explain Caleb. They didn't explain Caleb's one very well. They just said reasonable causes for the deaths undermine the tendency reasoning used to convict Folbig of Caleb's manslaughter, but they didn't really explain what happened to Caleb. There probably is a reason, it's just not in here. I'm not sure what it is. We might be able to find it if you look her up. See, that's what she looked like when she got released from prison. And then now she looks like this today. She looks younger. She looks much younger with the short hair and the colored hair. Kibby says, was her husband the father? I don't know much about the parents to the children. I mean, the father to the children. Catatonic says, yes, I followed her case. My sister passed from SIDS, so the case was interesting. That's Catatonic. I'm so sorry to hear that your sister passed from sudden infant death syndrome. That is horrible and must have been traumatic for you and your mother and father. I mean, that's one of the cruelest illnesses a baby can have, to just die randomly in their sleep. And I don't think they really know what causes it, do they? They think maybe it's some sort of sleeping position that can cause it, like if they roll on their side or something like that. So that's horrible. Sorry to hear about your sister. Yes, catatonic. It used to be known as cot death in the 70s. Yes, that's true. All right. We were going to look something up. What was it? Let me check the comments again. I know we're going to look something up, and then it blanked from my head. Just trying to see what it was. Hey, Sienna, how are you, my dear? By the way, I got to thank Sean. Sean sent through a donation late yesterday, right as I pressed the end button on the show. Sean, thank you very much. He's not here today, but Sean will see it on the replay crew. Thank you, Sean. Hey, Peekaboo Cockatiel and Gambler and Robin Lane. I didn't notice you guys sneaking in there. And Amy007 and Kibby. Hey, guys. Good to see you all. Glad you guys could make it. It's nice to have you here. All right, give me 1 second. I'll see if I can find what I was going to look up. No, I can't, but that's okay. Actually, I wanted to show you this. We were speaking about it last night, and if I can find it again, I'll show you. Here. So they actually have got some damage survey done in the Tennessee tornado now. They have uploaded some more results, and if I can find it for you, I will show you quickly. Submit. There we go. Is this it here? Yes. So you can see now they actually have the big tracks, tornado tracks. This is how far the tornadoes traveled. And you can see here the different coloring is different ratings. So it started over here. It was only very, very little EF0, EF1, and then it lifted just past the border. And then it traveled for a while, not on the ground. And then the storm, what we call cycled, and then put down a new tornado, or it could be what we call a family of tornadoes where it's still the same circulation, but it may not have been. It could have been a brand new circulation in the storm. It just depends. And it put down a new tornado down here, a long track tornado. And you can see here, you can get all the way down to street level and follow the damage path all the way up here. And you can see in this neighborhood, they've got all these little, they're hard to see, but they've got all these little yellow dots. EF2, 1 or 2 family residents. What is this? Oh, they're showing damage in a home here. You can see these are different damage points that they look at to show you how it works here. There you go. They show you the different things they find. But I just wanted to show you that they are starting to upload data now. I'm just trying to see if there's anything here. This looks more severe. An orange cone means EF3. This will be the highest damage right here. Right here. Tornado likely lifted the overhead and blew out the windows, which led to a chain of events where the structure collapsed. What is it? Oh, it's a house. Look at this. This is someone's home that they found in the EF3 damage zone. Yeah. There you go. There's a photo of like some structure that's no longer there. Maybe it was a restaurant or something like that. What does that say? Something pizza? Something, I'm not sure what brand that is. Maybe someone in America knows what branding that is, but looks like a pizza shop and it's just gone. But it's not a complete destruction and it wasn't what we call swept. When it's swept, it means this will all be further away and all you'll see is a concrete base of the property, like your slab, concrete slab. This is not swept away. That's probably why it's in EF3, not EF4, EF5, because it's over the slab of the property. So one of the keys to EF4, EF5 is what we call swept away, or just basically it's not there anymore. So this is not that. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that they are definitely getting more and more data points up here now for these tornadoes. You can see up here, it went for a long time. And then they do this. This is actually the real distance of the width of the tornado. And you can see how it varies. So here it was quite large and then it got thinner. And you can see just the changes in size of the tornado as it went through the different areas. Looks like it stayed one size for quite a long time, but up here, look at this. Where we were before, it really got fat up here. Just here, it really expanded. What's that? Like a mile wide? Let's have a look. What is this? What is that? Distance? Yep. Is there a way to do this? Uh, Ping, what are you doing? No, no. See, it doesn't like me anymore. Oh, we're just playing spaghettis. I don't know how many distances. Like, hey, stop it. All right, let's just not play that game. I'm not sure how wide that is. It said something like half a mile wide on part of it, so maybe like 3/4 of a mile wide between here and here, based on that crappy distance check. Moonlight View says, Nana Lana says, yes, 3 in Clarksville and 3 outside of Nashville, 2 children. Are they the injuries for this? These were both long track. Look at this. If we zoom out, I can show you. There was, this is what we call training. So you can see this one was started here, picked up, and it went here for a long track. There was one little one here, over here too, and then another one that trained. It started here, went for quite a ways, and then lifted, came here, and then started again and went on another long track. Went all through the residential neighborhoods. This one's got a lot of data points. Look at this. They're doing a lot of work by the looks of it in different streets and different properties and stuff like that. This looks like an EF2. I don't see any EF3. A lot of EF0 damage. Yeah, so yeah, if you're ever interested, you can go through this yourself, and if you like looking at the data from this and having a look around. Let's see, do we have anything interesting here? Undercarriage separate from unit stumbles or badly bent. What does that mean? Oh, wow. That was a truck? Is that a truck or something? Or it might be a mobile home. It might be a mobile home. That might have been the mobile park that the tornado hit. It did hit a mobile home park, so that might be what that is. It looks like a bed of a mobile home. That's a shame. Really sad. Poor people. Yeah, these are the worst things to be in tornadoes. My opinion is they should be outlawed. Any state that gets more than like 5 tornadoes a year should just you should not be allowed to live in these as a permanent residence. Holiday home or something like that, I get it, but as a permanent residence, no, they're just so dangerous. They just flip. They just get picked up by tornadoes and thrown. All right. This is not the science channel. It's Ping's it's Ping's true crime channel. Let's get back to true crime. I just wanted to show you because we showed you last night. Let me just fix up my links and then we'll get going. How much time do we have? We've got a little bit of time. All right. Let me get a news story for you all. I thought we had one about another case. We do. It says here, man arrested after allegedly trying to strangle woman with a sock. And I don't like this guy because he has a haircut similar to mine, but mine's way better. Um, yeah. Why would you try strangle a woman with a sock? Why would you try strangle a woman at all? It says here, a 40-year-old man was arrested on Sunday after he reportedly tried to strangle a woman with a sock and then a necklace. Juan Nunez Luna was charged with felony attempted strangulation. Idaho Falls police were called to an Idaho Falls home around 3:28 a.m. Sunday after a report of physical domestic violence. According to the court documents, Nunez Luna dragged a woman down a flight of stairs, pulling her hair and then reportedly dragging her into a bedroom and locked the door. Police reports say he then tried to strangle the victim with both of his hands before grabbing a sock and trying to strangle the victim for an unknown amount of time. Nunez Luna then reportedly grabbed a necklace that was in the bedroom and tried to strangle her with it. The victim told officers she was unsure if she lost consciousness. Nunez Luna was also allegedly slapping the victim in the face. When officers spoke to the victim, they saw she had ligature marks on her neck, as well as bloodshot eyes and pechiach. I can't pronounce it, but I know what this means. It's small spots of bleeding underneath the skin. Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce this word. I'll have to look it up after, but it means you get like blood spots from pressure. Let's go back. Yeah, it says small spots of bleeding under the skin and behind the ears and on her forehead. The victim also had defensive marks on her neck where she reportedly attempted to remove Nunez Luna's hands, the sock, the necklace from her neck. The victim told officers she was afraid for her life and thought Nunez Luna was going to kill her. Police say Nunez admitted to strangling the victim for approximately 3 to 5 seconds. I don't think so. Not to cause bloodshot eyes and uh, like blood under the skin. You don't get that from 5 seconds. That's minutes. Nunez Luna was arrested and booked into Bonneville County Jail with a bond of $30,000. A no contact order was issued for the victim, and Nunez Luna is expected to appear for a preliminary hearing on December 22nd. If convicted, he could face up to 15 years in prison. Though Nunez Luna has been charged with these crimes, it does not necessarily mean he committed them. Everyone is presumed innocent until they are proven guilty, except in the case where he admitted it. It says here he admitted it. I mean, he didn't admit to everything, but he said he did strangle her. But poor woman, I mean, not sure what set him off, but there's a photo of him. You see him around your area, you should probably just kick him in the nuts because he's just a jerk who likes to abuse women. But I don't think he'll be out of jail anytime soon, not with a felony attempted strangulation on his record. Hopefully, he'll have to wear a monitor for many years and all sorts of things like that. Nancy S. Thank you very much for the uh, pronunciation. So, Partik EI. Okay. Thank you, Nancy. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm glad Nancy S is now our official English proficiency manager for the chat. She can tell us how to pronounce everything. All right, guys, 1 minute. All our stories are short tonight. I don't know what's going on. All right. I want to leave. I'm trying to stay away from some of the bigger stories so that Trish can do them at 10:30. I'm really trying to stay away from. There's a couple of big ones, and I really am trying to leave them for her. Let's see what else we got. I know she'll talk about that. Hold on. What? This is an interesting one. Arrest made in stabbing death of teen mom over purse she was carrying. Why would you stab someone for a purse they were carrying? It says here, Houston police have made an arrest in the stabbing death of 17-year-old mom of a 6-month-old baby near the upscale Galleria shopping area. Police said the teen, identified as Kayla Stevenson, was walking to work when she was robbed and stabbed multiple times. Witnesses described the suspect as a woman aged between 25 and 35, wearing black clothing and riding a blue cruiser style bike. The bike was found abandoned nearby. Police said the suspect took a pink Juicy Couture purse with hearts and a rhinestone, a rhinestone JC logo from Stevenson. Stevenson's mother said they took something very important. What? They took someone very important to me. No, no. They took someone very important from me, Stevenson's mother, Kylie Stevenson, said. She was a fun loving, free spirit. You know, she was goofy. She always made me laugh. She was really happy. It was the stupidest thing ever, she said. Not only did they kill her to take her purse, they took her phone. They tried to use her bank card. You continued to violate her after she had died. Kylie Stevenson told KTRK that the purse contained her daughter's wallet, phone, and keys, and that her bank card had already been used by the time she called to have it locked. Houston Police Chief Troy Finner said they are waiting for the district attorney's office to file charges before releasing any further information about the suspect. That is brutal. Just because she had a purse, like a Juicy Couture purse, I'm not sure what that is, but what is a Juicy Couture purse? Yeah. Let's see. What is a Juicy Couture? Oh, it's like a designer handbag. I guess it's some sort of fashion thing, like a fashion bag. They're not that expensive. Why would you try to steal it? They're about $100, between 100 and about 300. I mean, that is a lot of money for a handbag, but it's not like those, Hermes ones that you can get. They're like 80 grand and 120 grand. It's not like here you guys can see prices here $323 Australian. That's from ASOS. Oh no, that's from eBay. ASOS has a Juicy Couture mono logo crossbody handbag in pink for only $115 AUD. So probably like $80 American. There's another type of one. They've got a few different types of Juicy Couture. They don't seem all that pricey. I mean, seems like that one's about 800. That's a lot. But yeah, there you go. That is what a Juicy Couture is. How horrible to get killed and stabbed for a handbag. Obviously, they didn't want the handbag. They wanted the key card and the mobile phone inside. Nancy S says it's crazy what people will do for so little, right? I know. Cheated No More says, I have a few of those purses, backpacks, and luggage. I love them. They are so pretty and have beautiful designs. That's really interesting. I'd never heard of them before, but I'm a boy. What would I know? Shell Hopman says, young girls are very into JC. Thank you. I had no idea. You have to school me on some of the girl stuff. Uh-huh. Cheated No More says, I get all mine at Ross stores. They are around 1/3 the price there. Okay. Woo says, I'm eating cherries. I saw cherries the other day out at the shop, but they were like $20 a kilo. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. It's too expensive. Nancy S says, expensive purse. Hey, Diamond Heart. Glad you could be here. Hey, how are you? Good to see you. Ping and Muffin say hi. He's sleeping though. He's just hanging out in the heat. They might have used touch pay. Touch pay, you can use the card as long as it's under $100. So I think if it's under $100, you can just keep tapping it. That happened to me. I had my card stolen about 5 years ago, and they drained my account of 1,800 bucks in about 3 minutes. Gone. They didn't have my PIN, nothing, and they gone like that. Money disappeared. Luckily, my bank covered it all because it was PayWave or whatever. But yeah, money was disappeared. Cheating More says black cherries are so yummy. Black currants too. They are good in oatmeal. Yeah, they bought a lot of gift cards and yeah, it was mostly gift cards. And then they called a taxi with my card and yeah, basically stole all my rent money. It was all my rent money for the month, but luckily I got it back before rent was due. So, yeah, one of those things. Ah, Wu says brother gave me cherries he got from Woolworths. That's a very kind brother. You should thank him because they are not cheap at the moment. Nancy S says, I don't think I've ever had currants. They're more a English and Australian thing. They're like little tiny berries, very tart. They're very, yeah, very soury, tart kind of flavor. They're pretty good. I like currants. Yeah, the bank was pretty good about it actually. Just had to sign a bunch of documents and say that it wasn't me who did it and that I'd done a police report and stuff like that. Mrs. Pink should know about handbags. I'll ask her about JC and see what she says. Ah, Cheetah No More says, Holy smokes, that is terrible. I check our accounts every 24 hours to watch for theft. Someone put $5,000 on my credit card once. I caught it in hours. Well, this was a little bit different. Someone actually stole my wallet and I didn't notice it because I was at work and it was on in my desk drawer and someone had taken it from my desk drawer and it wasn't until I went to look for it I realized it wasn't there. My phone was gone too and it was a secure area. Someone had snuck into a secure area and ransacked my office. So we got new doors after that you couldn't leave open. They were weighted, so when you walk through, they instantly closed. So, yeah, that's all that happened after that. Yeah, I don't know. We never found out who did it, although the police said they did have CCTV of the person using my card at the grocery store, but I don't know if it ever amounted to anything. Hey, Emily Narb, how are you, my friend? All right. All right. Do we have another story for tonight? Let's see. Oh, this is interesting. Bomb threats sent to schools across the state, including. Hey, oi! This is a this is a family show. This is a family show. Hey, hey, hey! Don't lick me with that. I don't know where that's been. Hey, hey! This is a family show, being Muffin. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Hey, it's a family show. Hey, oh my God, Muffin. There you go. Muffin's being very rude. Hey, I know you have to clean yourself, but Kenny Williams says, sometimes I don't know if Ping is talking to us or Muffin when he says stop it. I'm thinking, I'm sorry, I won't do whatever it was again. Yeah, he's a bit naughty. He's you done there? You right? No. I don't think we're gonna invite you anymore, Muffin. Yeah, finished? Can I turn the camera back on now? We're gonna get censored by the YouTubes because of your like nudity. This is like a family show. It's before 10 o'clock. All right. There we go. All right. This is not OnlyFans or only cats. You can't do that here. Hmm? Alright. Yeah, he is very clean. Diamond Heart says, "That's it, I'm moving." Alright. Let's see if we can read this story again. It says, "Bomb threat sent to school across the states, including Fremont County." I wonder why they did that. For a snow day, maybe? It says, "Many schools across the state, including Fremont County, received an email claiming that bombs had been placed in the schools." That's definitely a kid. It says the threat was sent on Wednesday, according to Fremont County Joint School District 215 Interim Superintendent David Marotz. Someone with a random email address sent out a spam that said, "We have placed bombs in your schools and they are going to go off." That's very descriptive. Very good hijacker or bomber. He told East Idaho News that the school resource officers and local law enforcement were contacted. "As a precaution, we sent officers to each of our buildings. They did a walkthrough in each of our schools, and then I sent a notification to all the parents. There was no credible threat, and school stayed in session." Marot said the threat was sent to school districts all over Idaho and in other states too. According to KTVB, schools within the Valverde School District were cancelled Wednesday morning due to anonymous bomb threats. The threat was cleared and determined to be fake. Threats were also made to Emmett School District. Students were sent home in Wyoming on Wednesday due to bomb threats, and law enforcement there did not find the threat credible either, according to County 10. Oregon Public Broadcasting reported a similar situation this week. Bomb threats prompted evacuations across several schools. The FBI got involved and did not find the credible threats. "We have to take these things seriously and do our due diligence and make sure these kids are safe." That's really interesting. It almost sounds like someone has like a automatic uh, email thing that they're sending out to different school districts. That's almost what it sounds like to me. Oh, Moonlight View says happens where we live about once a month. I wonder if it's like a yeah, like a spam thing from Asia or Russia or something where, they send out those bots and they just send different messages. Because we get them here. Actually, there was a guy arrested. I wonder if I can show you it. Hold on. There was a guy arrested yesterday and he was busted with like 200 SIM cards. And he's one of the people who send you that link. Like, "You forgot to pay for your package. Pay for it here at this link." And it's like, what is it? USPSPPSPPS.com. And you're like, "Yeah, that sort of looks legit. Let me pay for my package." And he got arrested. Let me find out if I can show you because it showed the device they use to do these spam SMSs. I'm just trying to see if I can find the article again. Where are you? Um, Hold on. Maybe? Yes, here. So this is the device that he was using, according to the New South Wales police. It's got all these SIM cards in the top of it that they use to flood out all these fake spam text, and then they must change them over when they get blocked, and then you can see all the aerials on the back here to get cell reception from it. So look at all these SIM card packets. They're called a SIM box, and the devices are used to send bulk text messages across Australia's telco network containing fraudulent links. And it says 7 million scam texts pertaining to be from companies such as Australia Post and Linked. The items were seized and undergoing forensic examination. But he was arrested. Looks like he is a young Asian male. And yeah, so hopefully those stupid text messages will stop arriving in my mobile phone at like 2 a.m. in the morning. But yeah, he was arrested yesterday over a massive phishing scam that bombarded Aussies with 17 million fraudulent texts pretending to be different services. Detectives arrested the man, 36, at his Moorebank property in Sydney southwest on Tuesday after executing a search warrant at the home about 6 a.m. that same morning. Apparently, they discovered two different subscriber identity module SIM boxes and electronics they allege are consistent with running a fraudulent text message scam. They also had another photo. I wonder if I can find it. There you go. I've actually had this message in my mobile. Your 695 toll bill is due by the 12th of the 12th, 2023. Make sure to pay it off at http, fake link to avoid late fees. And it always sort of looks similar to the real link, but no real company uses .info. Most credible organizations will use .com, .com.com.au. They don't tend to use these kind of cheap domain links. They'll use what they call a premium class A link or web address, and a premium class A web address is .com, .com.au, or .co.uk. It's not this kind of .info. .info is a cheap URL. They're the cheapest. Like, they cost nothing, a few dollars, not much money. Yeah, actually, Moonlight View, they had a article in a paper today coming out of the United States about gift card, what do they call it? Gift card something, skimming or something. People actually cut off the code of the gift card, and then when someone reloads it at the shop, they have the code and they've taken a photo of the number of the card. So then they steal your money off your gift card before you even give it as a gift. And apparently, it's a huge problem in the US. It hasn't come down here to Australia yet, but I know apparently in America, every Christmas people get gift cards that have a $0 balance on it. So be very careful with that if you're out there. Make sure you check the gift card and make sure it hasn't been cut off. Make sure it's got the entire card on it if you are buying gift cards this Christmas. It's a really big deal. Hold on. See if I can find it for you. This is not the article that I saw, but oh, it might be actually. Look at all this. They found this on a raid of a dude's home. Look at all these gift cards that he had stolen. It says here, Ning Ning Singh was found with more than 5,000 gift cards from Target and Apple in his possession. The Sacramento County Sheriff's Office arrested a California man this week and accused him of tampering with gift cards at Target stores in Sacramento. So they're warning people. They are warning those that have purchased or planned on purchasing gift cards from retailers to exercise caution and look out for any signs of tampering, such as scuff marks or scratches near the barcode on the back of the card. Now, that's amazing that someone would have that many. It said the sheriff office said its investigation revealed Sun was part of a gift card scam spanning across California and several other regions nationwide. Victims are completely unaware it is happening, and the money is often siphoned to an offshore account within seconds. These operations are very sophisticated and modifications to the gift cards are often virtually undetectable even to the trained eye. The sheriff office has suggested avoiding buying gift cards altogether. The New Britain Township Police Department in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, also issued a public notice on December 1 about card draining scams. According to the notice, police were investigating 2 reports of gift card tampering involving over 100 Visa Vanilla and Apple gift cards at Giant locations in Bucks County. Didn't we just talk about Bucks County like yesterday? And didn't we talk about a Giant store? I didn't know what it was. That's interesting that we're talking about it again today. New Britain Township Police advise customers to check all gift card packages for tampering. If a gift card is suspected to have been tampered with or opened, do not buy it and bring it to the store manager or service desk. Isn't that crazy? Let's see if we got another one. It's the same story. That's so many. Look at that. It's like this dude has like gift card OCD. Cheated and more says I decided to never purchase one again. There's zero way to tell if it happened to the card I purchased. Yep, undetectable. Hold on, I want to put this on the screen. Cheated No More says last Thanksgiving my gift card for $250 that I bought for us for Thanksgiving was skimmed. All dollars stolen off it by Thanksgiving 2022 was very sad. Did the company help you at all to give you anything back? Like, did whatever company it was help? Nancy S says with AI, it's going to get worse all around. Very much so. Catatonic says I get scammer calls and texts every week. That's a good advice, Laura. Laura says I buy the digital gift cards only. I don't trust the racks of them at the stores. That is one way you can avoid people skimming gift cards is to purchase a digital one and email it to the recipient. That is a great way of doing it. So many scams out there. Yes, there's a lot, isn't there? Laura G says, I read an article today about a new type of skimmer being placed on gas pumps. Okay. Apparently, Mrs. Ping said there's a mouse at her work that everyone's freaking out over. Apparently, they're all running around saying there's a mouse. Funny people. All right. What time is it? All right. We got to wrap up. Trisha's going to be on in a minute. Let me check the. Let me check the PayPal because I missed Sean yesterday. And I felt so bad. I got off it and I pressed the end button and I was like, I'll just check it one more time before I log off for the day. And yeah, Sean had donated something. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't get to say thank you to him. So today you're not going to get me, people. Let me check. All right, it's all good. Sean, thank you very much for last night. I appreciate it. Thank you for supporting the show. It's very kind of you, especially at Christmas. It's great because normally every year we used to do the moderator fundraiser thing, but we're not doing it this year because we don't accept donations on the other channel anymore. So that's very kind of you, Sean. I appreciate it. Gambler says they've been doing it in Canada. I think they were scratching them to get the code. That makes sense. If they do scratch it and then put a new little scratch sticker above it, you could probably get the code and then no one would ever know. Vegemite Smile says, watch out, Mrs. Ping. It could be a mouse scam. It could be, right? Marlene Clausen says, it sounds like a job for Mr. Muffin to get that mouse. Oh, yeah, she's far away, though. She's not here. But he probably would catch it. He did catch a mouse like 2 years ago. I don't know where he got it from, but a mouse got under our door and he caught it. And he was running around the house with it in his mouth. And he just had a tail coming out of his mouth. He was just running around and he was so proud of it. and he dropped it on the floor, and then he would pick it back up again, and I end up rescuing it, and I took it outside. It survived. Nancy S says, I'm still confused about what Trisha is up to. All will be explained. It is good news for Trish. Very, very good news for her. And she'll be fine. Yeah. You guys will find out when she's ready to tell you. Anyways, I have to let you guys go to her, okay? I will be back tomorrow night at 9 p.m. same time. And then we've got Christmas. We're gonna do Christmas Day here. So you're gonna hang out with me on Christmas Day, and then New Year's, we're hanging out from 9 p.m. 11 p.m. Eastern until 1 a.m. Western time. So we're gonna be on for about 4 hours, I think. So we're gonna hang out. We're gonna have some fun New Year's Eve, and then in 2024, the next show in 2024. I will be in the back room in the office. We're actually moving everything out this week, and we're setting it up over Christmas. We're almost done with it actually. So there'll be a new office and a new camera. You guys will get a brand new view, and I won't have to sit like this anymore. You guys will get me on a desk. So it'll be a lot more fun, a lot more visual for you guys, and the camera will be a lot closer. So that'll be a lot of changes, but you guys will be great. Um, oh, hold on. My thing just flashed at me. What is this? Oh, it's I don't want to say your real name. I'm just gonna say KK. KK, thank you so much. That is really kind of you. Thank you very much, and it's a very sweet of you. Yeah. Oh, that's very nice. Hey, Nancy Freeman. I didn't see you there. Hey, how are you? Thanks, Mama Mia. Good to see you. Hey. All right, guys. I love you all. I'll be back tomorrow 9 p.m. Okay, go watch Trish and have a good night with her, and then we'll be back here 9 p.m. tomorrow. And thanks to KK for tonight. I appreciate it. Thank you for that donation. That was very kind. And yeah, until then, I'll see you all tomorrow. Okay. Good night, everyone. Be safe out there. If I can find a way to get out of here, I'm trapped. I'm trapped in the stream. Okay, no, I'm not. All right, bye. Oh, thanks to the replay crew and to Moonlight View for moderating. All right, that's it. Bye.